How's it? Today is April 24th, Saturday. And typically on Saturdays I don't snatch, I sumo deadlift and I also bench press. But today I did not bench press. Today I only exclusively did sumo deadlift and then accessories. And that is because my elbow is just not happy. Um, it's not a good time being my elbow. But I'm okay with it. Like I know that this is something that I've dealt with in the past, and I hope that I'll be able to overcome it sooner than later. Overall, today's deadlifts were pretty good. I went up to 165 for my top set. That's, I think, the heaviest five I've ever done for sumo, or maybe even conventional deadlifting. But it didn't feel impossible. It was hard, for sure. It was hard, but it didn't feel like I wouldn't be able to break the ground, which is usually the hardest part of the sumo, right? So here is my last warm up set, and I go for my 165 here. I'm doing my best to keep my chest up so that the back angle does remain the same. That second rep was solid, third rep was okay. First rep was the worst of those three. Here's my fourth rep. Not bad, not bad. The cues that I'm looking for are chest up and sort of keep a flat back, a flat upper back, so that I don't round forward. I do have a little bit of mid back rounding, but I've definitely done worse in the past. But yeah, I go for my downsets here at 155, which I guess, like everything else, as far as the pause front squats from yesterday and then back squats from Tuesday, it's just kind of crazy to think that a few weeks ago 155 was my top set of singles. Just actually for sumos, that was 2 weeks ago, because 165 is today, 160 was last week, and 2 weeks ago was 155. That is ridiculous when you're putting into perspective the progress I've made, because I remember how it felt when I did 155 for my top set, right? But now I'm doing it for basically 3 down sets, and it's like I'm getting into PR territory, and it doesn't feel like I need to slow down as far as the deadlift goes. Hopefully next week I'll be able to do 170 for 5, and then maybe I'll be able to do 160 for 3 sets of 5, which, again, that is crazy to think about where I'm at. So the last 2 down sets, I wasn't particularly thinking about keeping my chest up. This one I for sure was. So you can see that some of them pulling from the ground or breaking the floor, as they say, is a little bit difficult. But overall, positioning on everything else is significantly better. So here's my last rep. That was one that was hard to break the ground on for sure. And then after that, I had a hodgepodge of random mass accessories. Did some split squats, some wrist curls, some eccentric dips, and I think back extensions. I think that's it. I could be wrong. I don't remember, honestly. Like, they just sort of just put everything together. I talked with Monica earlier in the day, talking about how she came back from her UCL reconstruction. I know that that's not what I did, but a lot of the same PT exercises that she did are the things that I'm going to be able to do to tighten up that area around my elbow. So things like curls, farmer's carries, bicep curls, tricep extensions, like all of those things are going to help me by allowing me to just make the musculature around the joint stronger, and that in turn should make the UCL not feel as impactful. And that's basically what I did in the past when I did hurt it the first time. So I am gonna be doing my best to think about that. Like I'll foam roll at home. I'll use a tennis ball and roll my wrists at home as well. Yeah, like I'm doing what I can to the best of my ability, and that is basically all I can do. I can't give 101%. 100% is the maximum effort. So I'm just doing my best to put everything together. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Aside from the elbow thing, my back extensions, or sorry, not my back extensions, my deadlifts are good. You know, I'm really happy with them, and I'm really happy with the progress I've made. So, grass is greener, or whatever. Cup is full. Cup is full. That's what they say. So, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.